Hello, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Chat About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke. I was crowned by one of my haters. Well, guess what happened? Humza Yousaf has decided to step down as Scottish First Minister. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. The first thing I've got to say is about that, good and good riddance and goodbye and sayonara. Before we carry on, though, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. So this was reported as of yesterday. Obviously, there was no video yesterday because of unforeseen circumstances. I do apologise for that. I am now back. So Humza Yousaf resigns as Scotland's First Minister. I don't often publish politics on my channel. I just don't. I cover the ones that I need to cover and then just leave the ones to other ones who talk about it in more great detail than I do and probably have more knowledge than I do. But this particular one I am covering because I've covered Humza in the past and I've not been a big fan of his, let's say the least. Okay, the First Minister will remain in place until a successor is announced following days of turmoil within the Scottish Government. This is Sky News, by the way. Humza Yousaf resigned as Scotland's First Minister as cutting ties with his government power sharing partners. The leader of the SNP, who took the role in March last year, has been at the centre of a few chaotic days in Holyrood after he made the surprise announcement to end his power sharing deal with the Scottish Green Party on Thursday. He cuts ties following a bitter row over the SNP's climb down on climate targets, as he said the agreement between the parties had served its purpose. Okay, well, I can't atone to that at all. I will say what I really think in a minute as to how this is good for the UK in general. But as a result, his former Green allies teamed up with the Conservatives, Labour, and Liberal Democrats to get behind two no confidence motions, one in himself as leader of Scotland and another regarding the entire Scottish Government. Ahead of any of these votes taking place, Mr. Yousaf stepped down as Scotland's First Minister just after midday on Monday, as he said he was not willing to treat my values and principles or to do deals with whomever simply for retaining power. That's fair enough. He said he will remain in the post until a replacement for First Minister is chosen. And over the weekend, he insisted he would not resign, but by Monday, he had changed his tune. Announcing that he was quitting, he said, clearly underestimated the level of hurt and upset he caused the Greens when he cut ties with them. To my colleagues in opposition, regardless of political party, genuinely, I bear no ill and certainly no grudge against anyone, he said as his voice broke while thanking his wife, children, and family for putting up with me for over the years. Mr. Yousaf said it had been an honour to serve as First Minister of Scotland, and it was a role he could never have dreamt as a young boy growing up there. And there we go. So he is stepping down. That article will be linked below. So he is stepping down. Yay. I'm not going to hide my excitement here. So I'm glad he's stepping down because he helped with the hate crime bill that came into place. And that bill didn't protect women at all. And the fact that the misogyny bill was added as what I deem to be an afterthought, I thought this is bad. This is bad. And when he announced that they were going to be doing a misogyny bill separate for women, and then after that announced that they were going to cover trans women in that bill too, I was not impressed. And if that makes me a transphobe, then so be it. So my main concern is when they pass laws like this, like the hate crime bill that does not protect women and a misogyny bill that also protects trans women. I believe it should actually come under a different bill, just so you know, that type of protection. My concern is even though that is Scottish law and that is separate from like English law, Wales law, Northern Ireland law, that also could then potentially trickle down into UK and potentially go through the UK government and become law, and that's not something that I really want to see happening in our country, but there is a really good chance. Now, possible it is possible that him stepping down may slow this down. It may not happen, it might, but I just think that he hasn't done women any favors at all in Scotland. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. And I'm sure that he'll go on and continue on his career and be absolutely fine. But it is just my opinion that he's not done much for women. And I think it is in the best interests of the women of Scotland that he does step down. And hopefully they can make amends and pick up the pieces and make it a better place for women up there. That's what I think. It's just my opinion. What do you think? Chat about it, don't chat about it. And